Hi Geoff, I'd like to welcome you onto DJ's Denim and Leather Show and thank you for taking time out to talk to me. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Thanks for inviting me on your show.
That's absolute pleasure, it really is. Am I correct that you got into music at quite an early age, Geoff?
Yeah, quite early, yes, 13 years old, in fact.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had done a little bit of research and was your first sort of band that you got together, what they called the Young Ones?
That's right, you've done your research, yeah.
I tried to do a little bit, yeah. So what were those early days like? I believe you were playing a bit of guitar and singing at that time, weren't you?
Yes, because I was the only one who could sing at the time, so I ended up singing and playing in rhythm and that.
Right.
When we first started, yeah. But when we first gigged, we hadn't got a bass player because he hadn't learnt the guitar at the time, so we had to wait for him to catch up.
Right. Okay. And what sort of stuff were you doing? Sort of just trying to sort of play sort of hits of the time sort of thing?
Well, it was all music at the time, the Beatles, Rolling Stones, Kinks, whatever was going around at that time. We got the name The Young Ones off the Cliff Richard film at the time. I don't know if you remember that.
I do, and I thought that's possibly where you had it from, obviously, you know.
Because we were young, it was the manager's idea to call us that.
Right, so you had some management at that time as well, didn't you?
Well, at the time, yeah, because it was all new, wasn't it? You know, everybody started jumping on the latest craze, like.
That's interesting.
We didn't have him for long, though, because he was ripping it off. So.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I've heard that story quite a few times.
Yeah.
So, I don't want to jump too far ahead, but I believe the band changed its musical direction and began performing more rhythm and blues, and a name change, Buzz the Jack. Is that right?
No, it's Buzz the Jerk.
Right. Okay. So
yeah, it was one of the songs off the Pretty Things album at the time.
Right.
We were well into the Pretty Things, so that was our heroes. Yeah, it's off I think it's the first album. I think they did. We did a load of Pretty Things stuff in the set, like that.
Yeah.
So that was our favourite. Them and the Rolling Stones and all, all the R&B stuff. And we did a few Beatles because that's what started us all off, really, the Beatles, yeah.
And you were still playing guitar and singing at this point, were you?
Oh, yeah. I've done that all through my career.
So by the late 60s then, you'd moved on to the Moods of Midas, is that right?
Oh, yeah. That started off as a 5-piece band, yeah, Moods of Midas, yeah.
That progressed into Gingham, did it?
Yes, another name change by the agency, Astra. I was running this at the time, and they wanted to change the name.
Right. Was that sort of getting a little bit more sort of rock sort of feel to it then, was it?
I don't know where they came up with that name from, really, but what they were going to do, they changed our name to Gingham and they put us out for more money. I don't know what the thinking behind it was, but that's what happened anyway. So we went out for more money. We went out for £20 a night.
Oh, right, okay. So,
big money. It was big money in them days.
Well,
Just
yeah,
top
I'm sure
money.
it was. So then, mid to late 70s, you was in a band called Easy.
Yeah, we gone from Gingham down to a 3-piece, a couple of personnel changes, and we ended up as Easy, and then Easy Rider.
Right, and this is what I'm reading, and I believe you toured with Slade, didn't you, at one point?
Yeah, 79, when we got the record out, Motorbiking, which was their first record, actually.
Right.
And we did a bit of a tour with Slade in 79, that was, around the country with them, yeah.
Right, okay. So and then obviously, like you say, you bought the single out, Motorbiking.
Yeah.
Was that the Chris Spedding song, was it?
That's right, yeah. It was... They got out to Graduate Records, the idea for us to record that for him, for his first record. So.
Okay, Geoff, we're going to have a listen to our first track off the new album, On the Edge of No Tomorrow, featuring you on vocals. Can you tell us what it is then, please?
Dirty Disease.
Right, so I'm going to sort of move us on a couple of years now then.
Yeah.
To when you first joined Quartz. How did this come about then, Geoff?
Well, Geoff, the keyboard, Geoff Nichols, he left to join Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
So they got a hole in the sound, sort of thing.
Mm.
And they wanted, they found me through the bass player, because they wanted somebody to back up Taffy with vocals and put another instrument into the back line, sort of thing. So I ended up joining them for that reason. And then, of course, Taffy left to do his own big roll band. So I ended up with the job of singing main vocals.
So I believe initially then, David Garner, who came back to do the reunion gig in 2011 and subsequent shows, and also recorded the Fear No Evil album, worked on demos for Against All Odds just before that, and then obviously then you took over as vocalist.
That's right, yes. Dave was there before me, yeah.
Right, okay. I've just pointed
right there, yeah.
A bit of a timeline on that. So that obviously culminated in the recording of Against All Odds. What's your memories of the recording of the album?
The memory? A lot of hassle, really, because we had to about 3 studios, I think.
Right, okay.
We started off in Raymond Froggett's studio, but he was having parties upstairs, so we had to keep stopping because it was bleeding down into the microphones and that. So we had to wait for him to finish his party before we could carry on.
Right, okay.
Then the tape machines kept breaking.
Yeah.
Then we ended up down Worcestershire somewhere recording it. And then ended up in Coventry recording it. So we went round and had 3 studios.
Right.
Yeah. So that's why we called it Against All Odds. It was a nightmare to get it all together. That probably was the tape speed, changing from studio to studio. So that was another hassle.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. One thing I wanted to ask, Geoff, did the band perform many gigs at this point?
No, not really. I think I might have done about half a dozen, I think. That was about it.
Right. And then, obviously, the band then ceased not long after that, didn't they?
Yeah, it's also drifted apart, yeah.
Right. I've got to say, I think that is a damn fine album, I really do. I know.
Thank you.
I know it all. I've interviewed Mickey and Malk, and they both told me how that album was a pain in the arse, basically, and and that's why you came up with that title. But I don't know. To me, it just suited that period in time, the sound and everything. Fantastic album, I think. But I'm pleased with that one. Yeah. Yeah. Good.
But shame we never got to tour it, but still.
Well, so just obviously after that period, what have you've obviously stayed in music all these years, haven't you?
Oh yes.
I mean, again, this is just down to me reading. You was in a covers band called Empire, is that right?
Right. Before that, I was in a pub rock band,
Right.
Kick the Can. Before that, then I went into a 70s band into the clubs.
Right, okay.
And then from there on, I joined another guy and we formed a duo to do line dancing and country music.
Right, okay.
Yeah. So I did that for 10 years. And then we formed a tribute to the Everly Brothers, the 2 of us. And we did some touring with various rock and roll shows around this country and Ireland.
Oh, okay, so you've obviously always stayed within in the music business then, do you?
Oh, yeah. I ended up going solo.
Right, we're going to have a listen to our second song then from the new album. Was this song we're about to have a listen to initially written during your first time in the band? Or was that
yeah.
Song?
Yeah, you're right there, yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Right, okay. So,
85, it was, I wrote that one with Mick.
85?
Yeah.
So what will we be listening to then, Geoff?
Oh, What Love Is.
So I suppose the big question, how did you get back to working with Quartz again?
But, Mick phoned me up. He said, "You want to come to one of the shows in Wolverhampton?" I said, "Oh, you know, I went like that." And we chatted. But he asked me if I wanted to join then. I said, "Well, really, I'm retired now. I've got a lot of solo work on, and the wife wants to go on holiday."
Yeah.
And then I think about 12 months later, he rang me up. He said, "We've lost all our singers," because Geoff had passed away, Taffy had passed away, and Dave was so busy he couldn't find the time to do it. So asked me to finish the album off. So I said, "Okay then, why not?"
Right. Okay.
COVID was about then, so all the work was dropping off.
Yeah.
So I said, "Why not? Yeah, I'll help you out. I'll finish the album off for you." And here we are still now together.
Well, yeah, and I believe you've had a rehearsal today. How did that go?
Fine, yeah. That's so we're getting all the stuff ready for the show in Germany in October.
Keep it true, yeah. Keep it true. Yeah. That'll be, well, I shall be there watching, that's for sure.
Oh, right, well, I better get it right then, haven't I? They're going to start working on the next album in the next week or so.
Are you going to be singing on that album?
Yeah, I'll do it all this summer, I think.
Brilliant. I'm looking forward to that already. So obviously the new album, On the Edge of No Tomorrow, then, sees its release on Friday, May the 20th.
20th, yeah.
So that's something to look forward to. That's out on Cherryhead Records.
That's right.
Our third and final selection then, Geoff, what we're going to be listening to?
The World of Illusion, which was one of Jeff Nichols' compositions before he passed. That'd be a nice tribute to Geoff, because I've never actually met him, which is a shame, really. It's been nice to work with him.
Well, Geoff, I'd like to thank you for taking time out to talk to me on DJ's Denim
Oh,
and Leather.
yeah.
And
Well, thanks for asking me. Yeah.
Well, that's my pleasure, honestly. And obviously, I wish you all the best with the show in Germany and any other shows.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. I might see you in Germany then.
You will, Geoff, for sure.